Drunk Dog Creative. I'm Bridget A, and I'm here to demonstrate for you a brand new tool from Stampin Up that I think is a real game changer. Now, many of us have used stamping platforms like the Misty stamp platform or the one that Tim Holtz brought out a while ago, or even the old one that Stampin' Up used to have, which personally I have really loved. There was some sort of legal dispute and all the companies had to stop producing them, and that's why Stampin' Up discontinued it because someone else claimed the copyright. I don't understand the legality, but they had to stop making it a couple years ago. So they've now brought out this new tool, which is the Stampin' Up Stampin' platform. And you can get it with this pad of grid paper, which is the Stampin Positioner grid paper. And this is called the Stampin Positioner. And there's a few pieces to it, and I want to walk you through it and then show you how I use it a couple different ways. So there's this slimline stamp piece. There's the main top. There's two magnets. They're round magnets, and they come in these little holders. So I don't know if you had the old one or a version of it where you put washi tape around the magnets to be able to pick them up because they stuck so hard. Well, these now have built-in handles. And then there's the platform itself with a nice foam back to give you a good platform to stamp on. So I'm going to show you how this works. I'm going to take a piece of the grid paper because grid paper always helps us line up things that we're doing. Now, one side is in imperial, inches, 0 to 6, 0 to 8. The other side is in metrics, which are centimeters, 0 to 15, 0 to 21. Now, it's obvious I live in Australia, and even though I live here, I have an American accent, or kind of a hybrid accent, because I did grow up in the United States, so I'm lucky I can use both systems. But you get to choose because it comes in both, which is great. Because I use both, I use one side till it's too marked up, then I use the other side to save paper. But you can see these, if you can see here, there's these little tiny notches here, and that's what you put your grid paper on to hold it securely in place to the base, just like that, easy as pie. So then I'm going to take my paper I'm going to stamp on, and I'm just using scrap paper for this. If it's a smaller piece, you line it up so that it's straight and you center your stamps. It's an A5 piece, so I'm going to line it up to that top corner. And I'm going to put my magnets on it to hold it in place. And I'm going to get my stamp set out. So this is the Ready, Set, Go stamp set from Stampin' Up that's available now. It's Formula 1 cars. And hopefully I am posting this in time, but right now it's Monday night, and Friday to Sunday, 2026, March, is the Australian Grand Prix for the Formula 1. It's the first Formula 1 of the season. And here's a little thing most people don't know about me. I am an F1 tragic. I was never into sports growing up. I've always been an artsy, crafty, creative person. My doctorate's in theater studies. But a friend invited me to watch a race, and I got absolutely hooked on the strategy. So I have been following Formula 1 for over a decade now as my only sport that I follow until I moved to Victoria, and then you have to pick an AFL team, and then I went to a live game and I got absolutely hooked, so now I'm a member, and I think I'm about to lose a large percentage of my Victorian followers in saying this, but Collingwood forever, go Pies. So yes, unfortunately I'm a Collingwood member, but F1 is this weekend, and I want to use this stamp set in honor of it to demonstrate this platform. So let's get the stamps out. Now, whatever you're stamping on, you have the paper here, and then I'm just going to put the stamps down randomly. So if you're going to die cut a bunch of images, you can just lay all your images out with enough space to die cut, and then you can, I'll just put a few out, put them everywhere, all over the paper, wherever you want them. If you're only doing one, that's fine too. Then you're going to take this, and these springy things go on the bottom. So the logo should be the right way around instead of backwards. So the springy things go on the bottom toward you. These holes go over those posts, and this picks up the stamps. Oh, I still had ink on one. Please ignore that. And now your stamps are ready to ink. So I'm just going to move this out of the way. This Timid Tiger color is the closest thing I could find to McLaren's Papaya color. So again, in honor of this weekend's Australian Grand Prix and the Australian driver Oscar Piastri, I am doing my demonstration in Timid Tiger, which we're gonna, for the weekend, call Papaya. So you ink up your stamps, just ink them up. If you wanted to do them in different colors, you can do that, just leave enough space that you don't accidentally cross ink. And that's the thing, you don't have to do everything in one color, you can do them in all different colors. So just ink it up, put that there. Let me move the platform back. You flip this over and you put it back exactly like you had it when you put the stamps on, and you press down. Let it go, and your images are all stamped. Multiple images all at once, all in Papaya. Go Oscar. And then you just take your wet wipe or your cloth and you just kind of clean everything, which I'll do thoroughly later because I want to show you one more thing. So you can see you can use this for one stamp, you can use it for multiple stamps, you can use it for really whatever you want. Now give me a second and I'll be back to show you the use of the smaller piece. Okay, so now I'm going to show you something different. I'm going to take the bigger top off and put it away. Yeah, I'm being a bit cheeky, just had to get it in. I'm going to take my paper off. I'm going to put a new piece of paper in. Again, this one's also A5. I'm going to put my magnets on. Now what I want is to stamp the same image multiple times across so that I can then die cut it or fussy cut it or cut the strip and use it. And I'm going to put them on. Say they're just my sentiments. But I want to make multiple cards. And I want these things stamped multiple times. This is just an example. So again, I've got a smaller platform here. It has 4 bouncy bits, and it has 2 holes there and the logo here. So logo toward you. I'm going to move that to the middle. You put those, see these spikes along here allow you to go along. So I'm going to put that there. I'm going to just move this a little bit. I'm going to push that down to pick up those stamps. And yes, it still had ink on it because I didn't clean it thoroughly. I'm going to just ink these. Again, I'm going to put it on those first 2. Press down. I've got 1 multiple done. So I'm going to move this over. I'm going to ink it up again. Move that. I'm going to go over to the next 2. Press it down. Re-ink. There go the dogs. Move it to the next 2. Ink. Move that. Ink. So you can do multiples right across the page. And then I can take this and I can fussy cut or die cut each of those things out. Or if I actually wanted that as a panel, just cut it to size and use it as a panel. So this is your way of doing multiples. And it doesn't have to be just those 2. It can be any combination of the 2, depending on how big or small the images are. So that's just a very, okay, I'll clean it up after. This is a very quick demonstration of this wonderful platform that you can get now at bridgeta.stampinup.net. It comes with all of these pieces except the stamp set. And you can get the pad of grid paper separately. And there's quite a lot of sheets, like a lot of sheets. So I find this one of the easiest platforms to use, the Stampin' Up! Stampin' Positioner. Now I have used the Misty, I have used the Tim Holtz one, I have used others, I have used stamp blocks. But when you're wanting to do multiple images at once or multiples of the same image repeated, this is the easiest and best positioner that I've used. Now, you all saw the unboxing from about a month ago when I first got it. It's been a while, and I said I would do a video demonstrating it. The reason I held off so long is I wanted to really use it a lot and be sure of how much I liked it compared to the others I've used, so I could give you an honest opinion. As I said, I love doing Stampin' Up, I love being a demonstrator, but I'm more of a hobby demonstrator. This isn't my main source of income, although anything you do purchase helps offset expenses for the website and things, but any profit I donate to charity. I do this because I love it, so I don't want to tell you a product is great unless I actually believe it's great. And this one is really great. So go over to the website and grab yourself one now, because this is the kind of thing that is likely to sell out and you'll have to wait till they make more. Can't recommend it highly enough. The Stampin' Up Stamp Positioner. It is just fabulous. Thank you. Have a great time tonight or today or this weekend or whatever it is when you're watching this, and happy making.